This is a real business model that's going to take time and effort. Any legitimate business that you start is going to require a lot of effort on your part. But keep in mind that the word that I'm using is hard or difficult, not impossible. Hey, what's going on guys? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I wanted to go over why Amazon wholesale is so hard, or why people perceive it to be so difficult to really get up and get going or get momentum going in the right direction for their business. Now, the first reason for this is time. I think people have a very large false expectation when they come into this business of how much time this is actually going to take. This is a long-term business model. This is a real business model that's going to take time and effort to really get up and get going and make things happen and see the fruits of your labor. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight, by next week or by next month. Regardless of how much money you start, this is going to take some time to really get things going, and you're going to have to be patient throughout that process. It's going to take time for you to learn everything. It's going to take time for you to really start implementing. It's going to take time for you to just start finding suppliers. People really underestimate the amount of time it's going to take to find suppliers. People often come into this business, and after contacting maybe 5 suppliers, they will say, oh, no suppliers are working with Amazon sellers anymore. I've contacted 5. No, I can't find any more suppliers. And this just isn't the case, guys. If it was as simple as contacting 5 suppliers and opening up 5 profitable wholesale accounts, then this business wouldn't be difficult at all, but that just isn't the case. So you really have to be prepared for the amount of time that this is going to take and the amount of effort it's going to take on your part to get things going in the right direction, which is the second reason. It requires a lot of effort. Any business that you start, any legitimate business that you start, is going to require a lot of effort on your part. This business is no different. It's going to require effort from you in every single step of the way. When you're researching which model you want to follow, when you're learning the process of the model that you want to do on Amazon, whether it's private label, wholesale, arbitrage, whatever it may be, you're really gonna have to learn what you're doing so that you don't lose any money. It's gonna require effort when you're learning how to do everything, especially in the beginning. I feel like in the beginning, it seems like the effort is much larger because this is all new to you. Doesn't mean you're not working extremely hard throughout your entire business, regardless of the stage you're in. I'm just saying in the beginning, it seems like you're putting in even more effort because this is all completely new to you. Like I said before, guys, this is a simple business as far as a simple in concept of what you're doing. You're buying things for less and you're selling them for more. But it does require a lot of time and a lot of effort on your part and a lot of consistency. That's another reason why this business is difficult, is you have to remain consistent in what you're doing and your daily operations, because you don't want to be incredibly consistent and putting in a ton of effort and contacting all these suppliers, opening up all these wholesale accounts, and then you just completely fall off the wagon. You do the opposite of what you've been doing and your business starts going downhill because you're just not putting as much time or effort in. So you really have to remain consistent in what you're doing on your day-to-day basis to really grow your business over time. But like I said, this is a simple business in concept, but it does require a lot of time and effort. And there's going to be a lot of things that come into your way that's going to really set you back, or just going to be a huge headache that you have to figure out. And some of you might not know how to figure it out, but you have to be persistent in solving that problem to really get ahead with your Amazon wholesale business. And let me give you a practical reason why Amazon wholesale is so hard, unlike the time and the effort reasons that I gave you earlier. But one of the reasons is that finding suppliers is difficult. This is nothing new to anybody. This is not news. We're not breaking news here. But finding suppliers in general is not difficult. But finding the suppliers that can actually make you money is more challenging, and it does take more time. Now, it also matters as far as what you do with the suppliers that you have found. Are you trying to build relationships with them? Are you trying to negotiate? How much leverage do you have to be able to negotiate any of those deals? Are you trying to negotiate with $500? Then it's going to be way more difficult than somebody trying to negotiate with $30,000. So finding those suppliers and doing what you can with the ones you have is really going to determine, you know, what level of supplier you're going to be able to find and work with profitably. But keep in mind that the word that I'm using is hard or difficult, not impossible, okay? If people like me have done it and many of my students have done it before, then you can 100% do it as well. You just have to put the time and the effort to make it happen, and just don't give up. As long as you don't give up, you will break through at some point. It's just about getting to that point. Just don't give up before you get to that breakthrough moment. But I know that starting your own Amazon wholesale business can be difficult at times, so I wanted you to know that you're not alone. Everybody goes through this. I went through this. All of my students have gone through this, but if you stick with it, you're definitely gonna make it happen, as long as you stick with it until you get to that breakthrough point. But if you guys want to know what it's like to buy a wholesale list and look at the suppliers that are in there, you're going to want to check out the video on the screen where I buy 3 wholesale lists and then I go over it with you guys, so you guys can know if it's a good investment or a bad investment. See you guys in that next video.